How do everybody in YouTube land? Welcome back to Chatters DIY. Big news today, big project announcement. I'm really excited. Stay tuned for that. First of all, though, I'm just going to go through the latest or the latest developments in the garden. So anybody that's followed my channel for a while would have seen a bit of a slideshow video of a garden makeover that I did some 7 or 8 years ago. It was a makeshift thing. Most of the job was done on very little or no budget. I think I paid about 250 quid in the end for some slabs and for some bits and bobs to make the shed. But basically, a couple of years ago we had a beagle and she totally destroyed the garden, which at the time was absolutely beautiful. It was our bit of a pride and joy. Spent lots of time in it and it looked amazing every summer. And then the beagle's come along, she's wrecked the lawn, she's dug up all the plants, just wreaked havoc. So she's just started to calm down now. She's just turned 3, so hopefully, I say that she has actually dug one more hole, but hopefully we've sort of come to the end of it. So I'm going to show you some of the changes that we've done to the garden. So down here there used to be a sand pit, and then it turned into like a bit of a flower bed. And then next to it there was, like, on the lawn there was a square of patio or some slabs and one of those, like, sort of rotary lines. We got rid of that because they'd been down for years and years and years. It's the only part of the garden that I never actually moved and messed about with, and basically they was just all rickety and there was loads of weeds coming through. So we got rid of that and we put in these railway sleepers all the way along. So we've made one massive bed now, filled that up. The railway sleepers, incidentally, they're lined with pond liner. I managed to get hold of, like, an offcut or an end of roll from a local pond shop around the back of my house, and he gave me just some offcuts for 5 quid, and I've managed to line all the inside of those railway sleepers. So all of that now, that's all watertight on the other side. So that should really help maintain the life of those sleepers. They've been down a while now, so I'll start looking at putting some oil on them and try and really maintain their lifespan. If you see this hanging on the back of the house, that's just because we had a party recently, and that's like a shade sail. Quite nice, actually. That's what this thing's sticking up here for. So I've reconfigured the patio, and eventually the bikes will be completely gone. Moved the barbecue over there and extended the patio out down here. You can see the difference in the new and the old slabs. The patio used to sort of go inwards, so we've extended that out. Managed to get rid of some of the rubble that I'd got underneath there, and then started the path in decking, which looks a lot nicer. There used to be like a bit of a wasted space over here where the gravel path used to sort of open out a bit. Made the other flower bed, the other rose bed, lots bigger. Made it a large square, again using the railway sleepers. And so we've now got, like, all this now is all tied in. Just excuse any of the mess. With the planting, we've ended up clearing a lot of the bottom of the garden. So these plants have all come from the bottom. The ceanthus at the end didn't make it. I've moved it, but it's died, so unfortunately that's going to have to get replaced. But the camellia and the hydrangea, they've both looking healthy. I haven't spent too much time on this section, so I've just covered all the soil up with bark. Poppy's dug an hole up that corner already. You know, that needs a bit of tidying up, but you'll see why I'm a bit busy at the minute. So then I've built a raised deck. I should have done a video for it, really, shouldn't I? I do apologise, but you can see, starting there, the path comes out and then it opens up onto a 12-foot squared deck, slightly raised because the garden tapers down, slopes downwards ever so slightly. Poppy's just come to say hello again. All right, Pop. Have you dug the garden up? What have you done? What have you done? Yeah, you best look guilty. Dug the garden up, didn't you? You bad girl. Oh, I love that face she pulls. All right, I'm sorry. Yeah, come here. Did I make you feel guilty? Come here. That's it. Give me some love while I talk. Right, so eventually the plan was that I was going to build a nice big wooden pergola over the top of the deck with like a screening on the back to give some privacy from the neighbour. He's going to be replacing a lot of that fencing soon, so basically we're just going to assist in that a little bit, just with the privacy side of things. But unfortunately I've spent that much money on the garden this time round. I haven't sort of done it in the same way as I did it last time, where it was all done for next to nothing. So that's going to have to get delayed for a little bit longer. So we come down here, come to the end of the deck. We've moved the playhouse from down the bottom of the garden. It's just it's got a bit of a fence panel in front of it. So that used to be down the bottom of the garden. It needs a bit of a spruce up, as you can see. It needs a painting, but it is just cosmetic. Structurally it's all good, it's not rotten or anything, so it just needs to be painted. At the moment though, it's only being used as storage, and I'll come back to that. We've moved the greenhouse. So the greenhouse used to be here where the playhouse is, and we've just spun it round so that we could still try and keep it. Whether or not we do keep it, I don't know, but again, for now it's got quite a bit of stuff in it, a bit of storage. And also from the bottom of the garden we got the fort, which obviously was another video I did. That was right at the bottom corner, and me and my neighbour and his uncle lifted that up and dropped it into its new position on the lawn. I did wonder how it would look on the lawn, but actually I think it looks pretty decent. It looks like a proper play area now, rather than something hidden away. All this has been done for the next project, and you might have just seen little clips of it as I've been spinning around, but I'm building a massive man cave, as most people will call it these days, but it's going to be my new workshop. Check out this bad boy. It's just a sneak preview. All my videos, I'm trying to do a series on it, but I've had to re-record this one because I didn't have any sound for some reason. Some people might have watched that one and thought, hey, where's the sound gone, guys? So I've resorted it, filmed it again. You get a little glimpse of it and see how what it's going to come out like. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be 24 foot by 12, all just specifically for my workshop. The deal with the wife was that basically I'm going to empty the garage, because the garage is currently being used as a garage and a workshop, and it's not very productive. When I go in there and there's recycling all over the place, because you can't get to the bags and you can't do this, it's just a mess. Anything that we're throwing away gets stored in there and stacked up until I can get down the tip. So that's going to become part garage, and we're going to divide it down the middle. The bikes are going to go in there and everything, and then we may, or we will in the future, extend the kitchen through into where the garage is now, and make the kitchen about 8 foot longer, which is obviously a massive improvement, massive difference to the size that we've got. It's going to make the room like sort of T-shaped, but it'll allow us a bit of a dining area, a bit of a utility area, and a massive like sort of cooking area. So when that gets done, it's going to be a massive job. The roof's going to come off, there's going to be a skylight fitted, all sorts of stuff, so it's going to be a huge demo job at first, and then completely rebuild walls, roof, the lot. So definitely stay tuned in the future for that one. That's all based on this getting done now. I've got to empty it first, so when this is complete I can transfer everything across. So stay tuned. This series is coming up. It's going to be in stages, start to finish, of my man cave workshop, and yeah, I think it's going to be absolutely brilliant set of videos. So if you can, or if you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button so you get notifications of when my next video is coming out, or when the next episode in this series is coming out. Stay tuned, stay safe, see See you later. Chatters DIY out.